what exactly was going down with all those pardons. Because some people, including the representative from Tennessee, Tim Burchett, are asking whether or not there were any pardons for sale. You know, they had a history of that in Tennessee. He knows it well. And so, maybe he's a little guarded because of that, but he wants to know whether or not there was any money going on back and forth, because you're talking about more than 8,000 pardons in one day. I mean, that's a lot of signatures, right? Well, Biden wasn't signing these things, guys. So how did these things get approved? Was Burnell the guy that did it? Or did you have low-level staffers, as Tim Burchett is suggesting here on my friend Benny's show? Let's take a listen. He said this maybe about 10 days ago or so, but I think it's relevant in light of what we're learning. Listen.
Got staffers. I would look. Tennessee has had a history of this. We had a governor several governors ago. He's since passed away, but he sold pardons. You can look it up. His name was Ray Blanton. It made national news. And I mean, they wrote songs, "Pardon Me, Ray." And it was a cash for clemency deal. And that's exactly what I think you're going to find out. You're going to find staffers that were able to take forms, get them, and run them through some sort of bogus legal system. And then they auto-penned them. And there's probably people out on the street that shouldn't be, but somebody got rich off that. And wow. And I think those people, I hate to say it, but you'll see something probably horrible happen to some of those people because it goes up the chain. This is a very dangerous town to play games in. I have no direct proof of that, but I'm just talking about history. And if you got somebody making $100,000 a year and somebody offers you $250,000 in some safety deposit box.
So then you take it? I don't know. So two kind of things to think about here. One, did you have low-level staffers that were getting paid to push things through? Two, was Anthony Burnell running the country? The whole time we're like, who's in charge? Like, really? Who's in charge? Because it clearly wasn't Joe. He didn't seem to know what day it was, right? In many, many situations. And that was all brought forward in that now infamous debate. And everybody had to sort of eat their words. And even Jake Tapper, I mean, well, gosh, he's a commercial little enterprise if I ever saw one, right? I mean, he was the guy who was like best Biden ever, along with Scarborough. He tore Lara Trump to shreds because she dared to say that Joe seemed to be declining, and he accused her of making fun of people with a stutter. She said, I didn't know Joe had a stutter. I don't think that's a stutter. I think that's mental decline. And Jake went on and on. We've played the soundbite here. You've seen that, okay? And then Jake turns around and says, oh gosh, that debate was bad. That debate was really, really bad. And now he's got to go. Of course, his buddy George Clooney must have told him. And then fast forward, he writes a book about it, about how the media didn't know what they were doing. Gee, we could have told you that, Jake. So here's the question. Who was in charge? Was it Barack Obama behind the scenes? I'm beginning to think not. I'm beginning to think it was this guy. Dr. Jill, right? She controlled access. Think about that. She was the access point to the president. And if you need the president to kind of sign off on anything, okay, anything, even just a nod or a thumbs up, you would have had to go through her, which meant you had to go through him. So there are a lot of really important questions that need to be answered right now.